Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Liam Hughes' YouTube channel. My name is Jack Jump, and I'm going to be the host today, as I am every day. We're joined by CPH.
Hello.
And Liam, the man, the myth.
Hello, this is my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, CPH. Thanks for coming back. Let's hear it for CPH. Thanks for
having me. Thanks for having me.
It's the new year now.
It is.
It's been about a couple weeks
I think I missed like 3 videos maybe.
Mm-hmm. It was crazy hectic holidays, and but now we're back in the normal
swing of things.
Normal depressing swing of things.
Yeah.
As life goes. I got a haircut. I hope that everybody in the comments gives me.
I actually also got a haircut.
It's mine.
Yours does look a little shorter.
More noticeable.
Yeah. How much you get cut off?
Not too much.
Okay.
Not too much.
You want to keep it mysterious? You don't want to tell the viewers?
I don't know how much I got cut off. Actually, I was like, yeah, I was kind of getting annoyed with my hair. I go to the lady, and I'm like, yeah, this is like a nice place, and I'm like, yeah, let's get it like a little above my shoulders, and she was like, I don't know, kind of looks good long. Why don't we just do this? And I was like, she talked me into it. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, it kind of does look good long. And then I was like, okay. Yeah.
Well, today we got a big one. We got a big boy today. We're gonna be talking about Led Zeppelin 2 today.
Which, as you may assume, is the second Led Zeppelin album, released in 1969.
Good year. I don't know why he's making that face. A lot of good things happened that year. Wasn't that the moon landing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the alleged moon landing?
I believe Woodstock was that year.
Jets won the Super Bowl.
Jets won the Super Bowl.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I believe
That
the
is
Mets
true.
also won the World Series that year.
That's
Wow.
a great year.
Right? Yeah.
Big year. For the
Actually,
shittiest New York sports teams.
You know what's crazy? Actually, not
Leave.
true. The Brooklyn Nets exist.
Oh, that is true. You're right. You're
but-
right.
Yeah. Actually, I think they actually, interestingly enough, I think it was Baltimore, New York in both.
It was.
In both of them.
And
Isn't
Joe
that
Namath
crazy?
guaranteed a victory, even though they're massive underdogs. But this is
Yeah, I think Joe
legendary.
Namath sold his soul, and that's why all the Jets are horrible.
And
I think we have to wait for him to die.
Now, I've never seen that game, but I've heard it's really boring. I've heard it's a really boring
From
game.
what
I feel
I-
like old football would realistically just be boring.
That is
From
true.
what I understand, that was very important for the AFL NFL merge.
Yeah.
From what I understand,
A lot of people
I've
say
heard
Joe
the same
Namath
thing.
is the most overrated football player of all time.
a lot of people say that,
Um,
but I think he had to be alive back then. Like if you talk to geezers, you're like, oh, and I think he was like the first football celebrity.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
was just kind of famous. More than anything.
I'm trying to think of someone else who's overrated. Sauce Gardner.
So
Hate that guy.
Sauce Gardner is very overrated. All right, let's stop talking about the fucking Jets. God, why do we always get into this? All right, anyway. Yeah, Led Zeppelin 2, 1969. This is actually the second album they put out in 1969.
The first one came out, or
First one came out in 1969, too. Impressive. Let's hear it for the boys. Great job. Actually, this is the first video we're doing with a second appearance of someone on our list. John Paul Jones. R.E.M. Remember?
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, he did
He was
all
like the composer
strings.
kind of, yeah.
Colin was not very fond of that.
I think
record.
he was fucking around.
Colin thinks he was on drugs and he was messing with R.E.M.
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, this is one of our, what is this, our third 60s album, Jack? Third or
Yeah,
fourth?
third or fourth,
When
yeah.
was the Kruiser Socials one?
Yeah.
60s?
So that one, Love, and I think that's it, right?
And this one, yeah.
And the Christmas one.
Oh, true.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about
And
that.
by the way, Colin, you haven't been here a while. What did you think about the albums past few we've
Well,
done?
the Christmas album, that's a classic album.
Yeah, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
It's
We
just good Christmas music.
Real quick,
Yeah.
speed run and give me your 10 out of 10 ratings.
Dude, I don't know. I haven't listened to him in a while. The Christmas one, it's like, as a Christmas album, it's pretty damn good. You know what I mean? That's my kind of Christmas music. I like the older stuff. So I'd give that one like a solid 8.
All right, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious
Grandmaster
Five.
Flash. There was a few songs I liked. I can't remember that one off the top of my head. I remember the first song. I was actually like, this
She's
is pretty
Fresh.
good. Or
That's a
maybe the
great
first
song.
or second. But then the second one, I was like, all right, he's kind of back to like the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Basketball. It's my favorite sport.
And then what was the other album?
Highway to Hell.
Oh yeah, that's a banger.
Yeah, come on.
I give Highway to Hell. Like
Now,
that.
we both give that 10 out of 10. What do you give that one?
Dude, I don't know. I'd have to look at it, to be honest with you.
I was
don't remember
wondering if
the
it would be
track
our
listing.
third unanimous 10 out of 10.
We've had
Or second.
What was our first?
In Rainbows.
I didn't
Oh,
give
yeah.
that a 10 out of 10, but I changed it to a 10
Oh,
out of 10.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, now
I have that on vinyl.
I'll say this: this album is probably one of my most listened to. This actually is probably my most listened to album of all time.
It's up there.
This is the
It's up there for
album
me.
I've listened to the most for
One of these videos.
Yeah.
I think this is probably my number 3.
I listened to Doolittle a lot too. I really like that. I actually put one of my buddies on Doolittle last night.
Led Zeppelin 2 is my 3rd probably most listened to album of all time. But I will say that the gap between 3rd and 2nd is very large. So
Jack and I made a Led Zeppelin album ranking video about a year and a half ago, probably, right?
yeah, we did. Where we listened to all Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Don't spoil where you put this one.
Yeah.
I don't even fully remember.
I think I remember where I put this one. And Jack and I also are in a band, a collective maybe, called Lee's Zeppelin. And the first
That's
show
Lee.
and the first show we ever did was us playing this album all the way in its entirety.
Yep, it was fun. It was a good
we
time.
know this. I know this album incredibly well.
I could sit down on the drums right now and play this album.
I can't remember which
Pretty
song
easy.
it was, but when I was reading the Wikipedia, one of the songs they have never played live.
Live and Love and Made, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. They didn't really like that one, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, well, CPH, what's your background with Led Zeppelin then? We, know them a lot.
My
obviously.
background with Led Zeppelin is it's the kind of band where I know so much because I grew up listening to classic rock, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's the kind of thing where I'll listen to an album and I'll recognize every song, but I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that was on this album. Didn't know that was on this album. But I know a lot of Led Zeppelin and I like Led Zeppelin a lot. Very rockin'. I like what they put out.
My first memory of listening to Led Zeppelin is our dad put them on. I was like a real little kid. I must have been driving to baseball or something. I was getting into classic rock. What my dad was showing me, and he's like, check out Led Zeppelin. And he played the song Rock and Roll, and I'd never heard something so rockin' in my life. I was like, what the hell is
I
this?
remember for a long time when I was young, Kashmir was my favorite song.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
I
that's not a
remember
bad
I was
choice.
like, Dad, play that song again. I love that song. And then he's like, check this one out. And then he played me The Ocean, and I was like,
I was gonna say I think the first I can't remember exactly the first song Led Zeppelin song I ever heard. It was either The Ocean or Black Dog, and yeah, I remember very much liking The Ocean. It was the same type of situation where my dad was just playing it all the time. Yeah, it was either The Ocean or Black Dog, and both of them I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. But it wasn't until I was really getting into listening to rock music when I was probably 14 or 13 or 14 or something like that. And I was learning to play the drums when I was 15. And I was like, oh damn, these motherfuckers can play. I will. I don't know if this. I don't think this is going to spoil too much of the album review, but I will say I think if you're talking about the greatest rock band of all time, I don't necessarily see how it can be anybody other than Led Zeppelin when you look at everything put together, their playing ability, their songwriting ability, their discography, and also their pop culture appeal, what it really means to be a rock star. I think when you put that all together, Led Zeppelin pretty easily clears everybody else. So I do have a great respect for Led Zeppelin. Now, they did do some bad things,
What
as
about
you
the
know.
Stones? People say the Stones.
I think the Rolling Stones are up there for sure, but I think Led Zeppelin is just
More
better.
put together?
I don't even know about necessarily more put together, but I think they're better. They play their instruments better. Obviously, Rolling Stones were probably, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but they probably were more popular and meant more to the pop culture.
I didn't know that.
Wait for this word. The pop culture zeitgeist.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Now, can you spell that?
Z-E
Okay, he tried.
or Z-I-E-T.
can I,
G.
I don't know if you're done finished what you're saying, Jack.
I'm just kind of rambling.
But I actually, that's funny you mentioned that because
Rambling
I was
on?
thinking that too. Because I was like, nice call out.
No
He was rambling on. That was crazy. But I was thinking about that. I was like, I've always thought, yes, Led Zeppelin are the greatest rock band ever. And I was thinking about it though, because I'm like, well, I was thinking about the other bands you can make a case for, and I think it just kind of depends on what you value in rock music. Like I think Led Zeppelin, if you value like bombast and if you're a hard rock fan and if you value like playing, so like skill wise, then yeah. But then I was thinking, I was like, well, if you're someone who really values like melody and songwriting, then it's probably the Beatles. Or if you're someone who values like the Rolling Stones, like if you value like just like pure like the essence of rock and roll, like the grit of it, then I think the Stones would. And then if you value like really like conceptual stuff, I can see Pink Floyd.
But that's what I mean. It's like if you take the average of all of that, like they're not the most melodic band. That probably is the Beatles, or like the most conceptual band. That's probably Pink Floyd. I agree with all that, but if you take the average, like if you were to give them all a score on it and take the average of all of it, I think they would be number one. I think they're ranked highest.
I would agree. I mean, I would say the best band ever. It has to be the Beatles in my head, but I prefer Led Zeppelin.
But again, what does that mean? Like most important? It's not even close. It's the Beatles.
I think
not even close.
I don't think you get Led Zeppelin without the Beatles.
I agree, but again, that's not to underplay how fucking popular Led Zeppelin was. Like Led Zeppelin was huge. There's literally a poster of them with a plane right there with their logo on it. They were huge. Again, nowhere near John Paul Jones. Nowhere near. They were nowhere near the popularity of the Beatles. I don't think anybody ever. I think the only person that even comes close to touching the Beatles in all of history is like Michael Jackson and maybe like Shakespeare. Shakespeare probably is more popular than the Beatles, and like not kind of religious figures, but we're getting into
completely off topic. You brought up Michael Jackson. I've been listening to a little bit of Michael Jackson lately.
He's good.
He definitely he almost has the trap drums in some of his songs.
Sugarfoot, baby.
Like there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, wow, this is like pop music now.
Yeah, Michael Jackson. I'm sure we're gonna get a few Michael Jackson albums on this list,
absolutely.
but he's king of pop. He was really, really good.
Like I always heard people say that, but I never understood it until I started listening, and I was like, came out when? And it sounds like this?
Yeah. You can see a lot of the influence.
Yeah, I mean, you can't deny it, MJ. Yeah. But I'm not defending that. I'm not saying I think the Beatles are better.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were saying something else.
Yeah. No, I'm not defending anything Michael Jackson.
I was like, well, okay.
I'm not defending anything Michael Jackson did.
No, allegedly did.
Yeah, allegedly.
But
Macaulay Culkin seemed to have great things to say about him.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get into that more, okay? Can we get into that more?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Was he like a meth head for a little bit?
I don't know. He seems to have turned light. He married London Tipton.
Weren't we all meth heads for a little bit?
For a little bit. I've never done meth.
I've never done meth.
Oh, okay.
I know a few people who've actually done meth.
Can we move on to the next topic then?
Yeah.
It's so cool. But I also think Led Zeppelin, as far as four guys in a band, except the Beatles, but it's different because they all were singing, writing songs.
And they're kind of sissies.
They are kind of sissies.
And but as far as four guys being identifiable in a band, is pretty impressive.
I don't know a band where each member has its own recognizable logo besides.
Yeah,
that is true.
They all have their own logo.
Point, yeah.
So it's also I'm glad man. I don't have enough good things to say about Led Zeppelin, but I don't know about this album. Maybe I don't like it.
Nope.
Should we get into it now?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Well, the first track is "Whole Lotta Love." I would say maybe their most important song.
Certainly, maybe their most important. I think "Stairway to Heaven" probably is up there as well.
Right.
But yeah, this was really the one that really kind of like whenever there's a Led Zeppelin documentary, you always hear like, and then Led Zeppelin arrived, and then you hear like it really was the song that kind of put them on the map and everything. Hot take, not crazy about this song.
Okay, I
think maybe it's just something that's like super overplayed. I don't know, and that's just kind of like the problem with it for me. But I think Led Zeppelin on this album has way better songs. I can understand why it's like cool. Like I get it, and it might have been a you had to be there type of thing, because it is the first track on the album that probably most people heard for like Led Zeppelin for the first time. So for a lot of people, it's probably the first Led Zeppelin song they ever heard, and I get it. It is like a completely different sound, and that's something that's just lost on me, having been born in 2000. So I just don't know. Fuck. But I was worried to say what year I was born, but I did it anyway. But anyway, yeah, that might just be lost on me. I don't know, but I think it goes on kind of a little too long. To be honest, I think the little like the weird like middle section, it is cool, but like, and
Or
listen,
he's kind of like moaning.
listen, man. Everybody knows I'm a drummer apologist. I love, and John Bonham is my second favorite drummer of all time, behind Neil Peart.
Fancy.
Think that this song might be a little John Bonham dependent, and where they, in the middle section where it's just literally John Bonham just on the hi-hat going gum 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 on the hi-hat and then hitting the bell here and there and here and there. I'm like, do we really need this? Do we need this? Again, it is cool, I guess, but like, I think it just goes on a little bit. But then I will say, when he comes back with a and bum bum, that part fucks. That part is so cool. But I think if we just trim the fat a little bit, this could have been a much better song.
I want CPH to go last, so I'll go now.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what I'm curious to hear his opinion, but Jack, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one.
I knew it.
Look, don't get me wrong. This isn't one I'm playing
SMH,
all the
that's what you're
time.
thinking
It's
right now.
incredibly played out. This one.
SMH, that's what you're thinking.
Well, this one, I do agree that this one's a bit overplayed. I think you could make the argument it's like the second or third greatest guitar riff ever made. I mean, Smoke on the Water's got to be number one, right?
Yeah.
But the guitar riff is so.
Dude, I like this guitar riff more than Smoke on the Water, 100%.
I'm not. I probably do too, but I'm just thinking like as far as like iconic.
Recognizable.
Yeah,
this guitar riff is very good. I'm not trying to.
The guitar tone is amazing, and look, I'm a guitar guy too. And I'm a guitar and vocal guy, and Jack's a drum guy. I think it's awesome. I love the way this song builds. I love how this album. You turn the album on, it's immediate. I love how it just builds with the guitar riff, then the bass. Great bass sound too.
Yeah.
John Paul Jones is an amazing bassist. And to me, this is just like the formula for a rock song right here.
Yeah.
It's just like everybody has taken this and run with it after this song. I like the middle section. I do understand where you're coming from. I'm partial to this one. Great solo. John Bonham kills it on this one. A great drum sound on this album too.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Led Zeppelin are the band that made drums sound like drums.
There were some killer bongos in that middle part too.
But I mean, John Bonham probably is my favorite drummer ever. Great vocal. I don't have enough things to say about this song, and I like it a lot. I will say I do like the live version better, for sure.
I like that that might be another problem I have with it is like, I understand that they can't do this in the studio version, but like I kind of am partial to the live version because they do just go fucking insane at the middle
section,
part.
Yeah.
And again, I understand that you can't have a.
And I do like when
song
Jimmy
out
Page
of,
in the Song Remains the Same movie when shows him using a theremin and he's going like.
Yeah.
Oh, is that one of those like sound bars?
Yeah, he's going.
The theremin's one of the wackiest instruments I think ever.
And Jimmy Page, great
What about
theremin
one of
player.
those? You ever seen the ones where it's like a little mouth? And you
Oh
squeeze
yeah,
it?
those are cool too.
Yeah, I played
I
one
can't
of
think
those
what those
before
are.
actually.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a like Japanese instrument or something like that. We should ask Brad. He'd probably know.
Yeah,
Brad
we
does
should-
love Japanese
Yeah.
culture.
But CPH, let's hear your thoughts on Whole Lotta Love, my friend.
I love this song. I think it's so rockin'. I love the riff. I love everything about it. And the middle part where John Bonham's doing his thing. And then I just love, and it happens multiple times in this album, when John Bonham's doing this thing and then it all just comes back perfectly in sync.
That stuff. I'm a
That shit
sucker
just
for
makes me
that.
wet. Like, I love that shit so much.
I'm a sucker for that. So again, I don't want to come off as saying I hate this song. I do not hate this song. I like it. I think
I know
it's a
you don't.
fantastic song, but I think it's a little overrated.
Also, I think this song is so rockin' that it can't be overplayed for me. The songs that are overplayed, in my opinion, are I think a lot of times a lot slower.
I agree. If something rocks hard enough, put it on.
I'm in
You
same
know,
boat.
You know what's interesting is one song that I think cannot be overplayed is Hotel California, and that is like people are like that's the most overplayed song ever. Blah blah blah. I'm like I could listen to that song all day every day, and so like damn, it's such a good song. All right, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Sorry, guys.
there is a song like there's songs like that for me too, Jack.
Yeah.
But Jack, why don't you move on to the next track then?
What was the next one?
What is and what should never be.
What is and what should never be. This is a really cool song. I like this one. I think it shows. I always like that they kind of start slow, and then like in the chorus, it's not necessarily fast or anything, but it's louder. It's more like, you know, a little bit of early rapping from Robert Plant in the chorus.
Yeah, I guess it kind of is.
There's a fucking gong hit, which is always cool.
I
love that. But the ending of the song is so. I fucking love the ending of the song. I think there's like a little like slide guitar solo that Jimmy Page does. This is a really good song. I enjoyed this song a lot. It probably is going to be towards like the middle of the pack in terms of where the like ranking is for these songs, only because this album's so like good.
Is this 7 or how many tracks is on this?
8 or 9.
8 or 9, yeah, something like that. But no, yeah, I like this song a lot.
7, but like on accident, I was like, I can't say.
I never realized how often I said that until it became.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like the song. It was good.
I love this song, and upon this listen through of the album, I think I've appreciated this song more than I ever have. Always loved this song, but they don't have really any other song like this in their discography. Like it starts off with that really smooth, like jazzy crooning thing from Robert Plant, and it's kind of like a love song, right?
Yeah.
But this Robert Plant is probably not like in the upper echelon of rock vocal lyricists.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, Cap.
But this one, the lyrics are great on. And I'm not saying he's a bad vocalist. He can just kind of be
Lyricist.
Lyricist. He's probably my favorite singer ever.
He's my second favorite singer of all time.
The lyrics are great on this one.
Song where it's I don't know why. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm really struggling to think of how this song goes. And spoiler alert, I love this song. That's what I thought.
The chorus, the melody, very clever, great. Slide guitar solo. I'm a sucker for some slide guitar personally. I think Jimmy Page is probably the most memorable rock guitar player ever. He just writes memorable stuff. He's so great at getting a great guitar tone and just playing memorable leads, memorable licks, memorable riffs. The ending of this song, when it goes down out, and then it pans to the other side, and then John Bonham goes, the gong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gong is crazy, and the vocals on the end, everything about this song, it's a perfect song.
And real quick, before you go, I just want to point one thing out that I can't believe I haven't said yet. Robert Plant vocals on this song are fucking unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Robert Plant, for a long time, was my favorite singer of all time. Then Lane Staley entered my world, and I was like, sorry, but I think I like Lane Staley a little bit, Alice in Chains. But Robert Plant, I love Robert Plant's vocals. Good.
I agree. I think the vocals are great on this song. I don't know what kind of like effect or whatever it is when he's like going real slow before it picks up, but it does it a few times, and I just think it's so rockin'. I really like how through this album they like slow it down a lot, and it'll have Robert Plant it'll have him show off his vocals, and then it'll just pick back up. It's so awesome.
Yeah,
it's so rockin'.
He's really good at that, like kind of like scat, like improvised singing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not many people I think really did that in rock and roll before him. I mean, he's definitely, Robert Plant is, unlike a lot of other British singers at the time, he is really taking from like old blues.
He is a blues.
And also like guys like Little Richard and guys like the screaming kind of soul vocal. Like, but he put his own spin on it, and I like that about him. And what a good song, fellas.
Yeah, I think it's hard to incorporate such slow vocals into such a rockin' song, but they definitely, it's like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It blends so perfectly.
The next song is the Lemon Song, Jack.
So I think this is my favorite Robert Plant song of all time.
Okay.
I think
as in he wrote it?
No, like his performance on it. I don't think he wrote it, but
I think Jimmy Page wrote most of this album with some other dude. I can't remember his name. It was I'll pull it up, but it was when I was looking up the Wikipedia, it said this is the first album that he helped with. You might know his name. You can keep talking while I look.
Okay. But yeah,
Eddie Kramer.
Oh, he's the producer.
Yeah. This was the first album he engineered.
He was a producing legend. He did Jimi Hendrix. He did a lot of Zeppelin. He did
Yeah, it says that the
Didn't you say
album's
he did
production was
Kiss, too?
entirely credited to Jimmy Page and Eddie Kramer.
Yeah, well, I mean, that produced it. I
That was
mean,
the production.
the
though.
songs are definitely probably. I mean, they're still in that phase in their career where they are borrowing heavily from their blues influences, like lyrically and all that. So a lot of it is probably just
This is one
them
of the
getting in a
songs,
studio and
Yeah.
kind of jamming out riffs, and then Robert Plant kind of ad-libbing from different blues songs he's heard.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jack, go ahead.
This one turned freaky though.
We're gonna get there. Stop interrupting Jack.
So yeah, I think Robert Plant kills it on this song. I think the like moan / scream he does in the beginning, after I should have quit you such a long time ago, and then he goes, and he screams and moans, and I'm like, God damn, sounds good. I fucking love that shit. I think also the guitar tone on this song is really cool. The like in the intro.
Is this the dun 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 dun
Yep.
dun that song?
Yeah, this is just like a cool this is a cool song, dude. This is a song for cool people. If you like this song, you're cool, man.
Spoiler
You
alert,
should
this-
smoke. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true too. But if you like this song, you like smoking cigarettes inside, baby.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Drinking
You-
beers too.
Drinking beers inside, and you see a hot girl from across the bar, and you're like,
Auga!
yeah, you're like, I'll get her. So you're not even worried. You're like, all right, yeah, she's coming with me tonight. You know that. That's what this song is for, dude. This song.
You must
fucks.
not listen to this song a lot.
Whoa.
Sorry, that was a little more
Whoa,
aggressive.
whoa,
I'm just way more
relax.
strong than I thought
Too
I
much
was.
white monster flowing through our veins right
He didn't
now.
even drink it.
I know, that's what's crazy.
I am a white monster.
The Lemon Song. This is the first of 2 Led Zeppelin songs that have a citrus fruit in the title.
Citrus themed.
Yeah, they have Tangerine on their next
Oh, yeah.
album.
That's a good
And,
song.
this one I've never. I always liked this song, but I never paid much attention to it as much as other songs. But upon this time listening through this album, I was like, man, for what this song is, I mean, the performances are great, but it's not like an extremely like put together a melodic song. I mean, half the song is just them jamming. But I was thinking about it. I'm listening to it. I'm like, for what it is, this is amazing. Like
Yeah.
all the licks on the guitar and the vocal stuff, is so ingrained in my brain. It's just perfect. I love
John
when,
Paul Jones goes insane on this song.
yeah,
by the way.
great John Paul Jones song. This one we did, the Lee Zeppelin thing, was easily the hardest song to
Oh
learn.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you mentioned Robert Plant's vocals, and learning all his vocals for this album, it was. I tried to get as close as I could, and it gave me a newfound. I mean, I always knew he was amazing, but he's just so off the cuff and able to do so much with his voice. He is an amazing vocalist. This is a great song. I love when they go fast after the riff. The riff is amazing for Lemon Song. And yeah, John Paul Jones puts on an absolute clinic on the bass here. Yeah, wow, what a great song. It has a gong at the beginning too. This is their best gong album, I would
Oh
say.
yeah, not even close. Not even close. I would go as far as to say this might be one of the best gong albums of all time.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if I know any others. With
I'm
the
sure
I
there's
don't
like
either.
some.
That's kind of why I said it.
I'm sure there's like some Tibetan monk albums that go
Yeah.
pretty crazy with the gong,
Yeah.
but I love this
There's
one.
probably a
And
gong like Pink Floyd somewhere.
Probably somewhere, yeah.
I was going to
Or
mention,
Rush.
the
Rush definitely has a
Rush
gong.
has a gong for sure.
I was going to mention what he starts saying in the middle, but CPH seems like he wants to mention that. So CPH,
I
what do you
don't-
think
I
of
don't
the
wanna
Lemon
mention
song?
it. I think it's a great song. I am in complete agreement with you guys. I love the vocals on it. I think the guitar riff is so pleasant to the ears. It's just so catchy. But yeah, this song, I can't remember who it was inspired by, but this was one of the ones that was like inspired by a blues song. But some of the lyrics got switched around. He was talking about squeeze my lemon.
Yeah, I remember listening to that as a kid and not thinking anything of it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I had this album on my, iPod Nano or whatever
Yeah.
it was. And, I was just like, fruit. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Squeeze my lemon until the juice runs down my leg. That's a euphemism. I can understand. This came out in 1969. I can understand why people of the time were like,
Were people upset about that?
I mean, I think they were just probably upset about rock music in general.
Oh, that's true.
And like that is like, I mean, I don't care about it, but I do understand.
I think I could
I
do
do
without
understand.
that lyric, to be honest.
No, I
I don't really
think
don't
it's
care
awesome.
about it, to be honest. I think it's kind of funny.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't bother me, but I'm like,
I think it honestly makes me like the song more because
It does add that rock and roll
They were
edge.
sexy, man.
No,
They were
it's,
sexy.
It's like the fact that they can joke around like that, talk about squeeze my lemon till the juice runs down my leg, and it's still so damn rockin', and you don't even notice it.
See, here's the thing.
You know what I
I don't
mean?
know how much they were joking.
Okay, but I mean,
think they
It
were
was
like,
at least tongue in cheek.
I
right?
say,
Yeah.
I say,
I get what you mean.
I say joking as in like
They were trying
they're
to fuck.
cracking jokes
They
in
were
the
trying.
studio.
They were trying to
clearly.
have sex
You know what I mean? Okay,
with women.
you've lost the plot.
They were trying to have sex with women. What?
No, I understand that, but you're missing the point of what I'm saying.
They want to be sexy, man. They used to put fucking cucumbers in their pants. I'm not even kidding. Look at that
Did
fucking
they-
picture and look at his bulge, brother.
Do they? Did they actually do that, or was that just Spinal Tap making fun of them?
I think that was probably Spinal Tap making fun of them, but I'm sure they stuffed their pants. I am sure that.
Yeah, probably. Let's move on from the Lemon song. We've talked about this one for too long. I think we're starting to as CPH said, losing the plot. Thank you.
That was fully Jack who lost the plot.
And what fucking universe is that? Is that me who lost
Anyway,
the plot?
we'll move on.
Thank you. And I'm not thanking you, by the way. Just the song.
This is a very good song. This is I don't care how many times people are gonna try and tell me this is not a good wedding song. This is a good wedding song, motherfucker.
Oh,
This
I
would be a
didn't know
great wedding
people
song.
use it at the weddings. I didn't know people are against it. I like this song. It would fit at a wedding.
I've never used this at a wedding.
Yeah, but you say it wouldn't be good.
Did I ever say that?
Yes, you said that many times to me.
Have I actually?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
And it hurts
maybe
my
not like
core every
walking
time.
down the aisle, but
No,
I
no,
mean,
first dance, brother, first dance.
It depends how rocking you people are.
refused to shine,
I played this song last night at my
I
acoustic
would still
show.
be loving you.
I did actually play this one last night. As a matter of fact.
It's a good song. This is
Yeah.
a really good song. I
love this one.
I think it is a very rockin' love song, but there ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. There ain't
Not at
nothing
all.
wrong with that.
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a rock and love song than a not rock and love song. You know what I
agree.
mean?
I do appreciate that there's an organ at the end that fades out, then fades back in. I think that was kind of a funny choice to do. I don't understand it. Not to say that it's wrong. I think that says more about me as someone who doesn't understand it. I just don't get why they did that, but I'm sure there's a good reason. I like it. But yeah, no, this is a good song. I think it's this is a weird song because it almost I think it doesn't really fit with like the rest of the album to an extent. It doesn't. But like it is kind of a nice break. So it doesn't fit, but kind of because of that, I think it is a good addition, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I think
Yeah.
that one thing that Led Zeppelin were good at, at being able to have a lot of different sounds, but still sound like Led Zeppelin. So
Yeah,
this
that's a
is
good
like
one,
the
yeah.
ballad of the album. Thank you. I mean, look, I do think this is one of the
It's pretty
more.
much in the middle too.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
do
This
think
is where
this,
they would flip the album over.
Oh yeah, this is.
I think
the
this
last
is one of the
side
more
one.
overhyped Led Zeppelin songs for sure. Like if people are like, "Oh, I love Led Zeppelin. I love Thank You," I'm like,
Okay, but to be fair, have you ever heard anybody say that?
No, I was actually gonna say this is
If they
the
were to
one
say that.
song on the album that I had never heard before.
Really?
Yeah, and I like the song a lot.
it's a good song. I like the 12-string guitar.
It was written about I think it was written to
a 14-year-old
Robert
14-year-old
Plant.
girl.
No, it was. I mean, I don't know how old Robert Plant's wife was at the time, but it was written
She
about
was
her.
his age.
Her name
Yeah,
was
I
like
think
Marie or something like
they're
that.
fine.
But yeah, it was written to her.
I do love. I think this is one of the most slept-on Jimmy Page guitar solos. I love how he's using the acoustic kind of like Spanish guitar sound on it. I think it's a really
Yeah.
good solo from
If
him.
you just hear this song, can you tell it's a 12-string? Like
Yeah, for sure. Like it's an electric 12-string on the rhythm guitar. I do like the
I feel like
organ
I would
on this
never hear
song, especially when it's like the pre-chorus maybe. I get Led Zeppelin don't really write choruses for the most part, but I love how he goes. I love the organ sounds amazing on this, played by John Paul Jones, obviously. It is kind of funny that it is a wedding song though, because obviously it is a love song, but then you also have like John Bonham. In fact, they're going, yeah, which is funny.
My parents danced at their wedding to this song.
It is a great ending to a song too.
Yeah.
I
And
like
I'm sorry
the
you
song.
don't understand the whole organ thing.
I don't get the point of it, but I like it.
Anyway, CPH, what do you think about Thank
This
You?
is a good song. I like this song a lot. I think it's I like how it's placed on the last song of side one. It kind of gives you not really a break. Like I don't think you need a break, but it's almost just like
I think it's
nice.
beneficial
Yeah.
though. I think it probably, without knowing it, it probably is nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
It is funny when you talked to me yesterday, Colin, and you're like, Thank You? That song's a fucking banger. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, of all the songs on this album, this is the one he's sang, isn't it?
That was because that was the one song I never heard before.
Okay. So then I guess side 2 of the album starts with Heartbreaker. Jay?
This is a good song too. I like that this kind of goes like when any
Is this the?
Yeah.
Thought so.
Whenever any like cover band or anything does Heartbreaker, they immediately go into Live and Love and May, which I do appreciate. I don't necessarily, again, understand why like those are the two songs that everybody is like, all right, these two need to stick together. But I mean, it works. I do think that that guitar riff is nasty. I think this is like Led Zeppelin kind of saying, all right, we got the love song out of the way.
Yeah.
We're just now. Don't forget,
Yeah.
we're a couple of boys here, and we're gonna be, rocking. But yeah, no, I thought this was a fucking grungy, just like rock song and hard rock song. And I liked it. I thought it was good.
This song rocks my socks off. Yes, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
the amazing guitar riff, that bass tone is disgusting on this song. That fuzz bass he's using, nasty. Really good vocals and lyrics from Bobby Plant on this one. Bonham puts on a clinic too. Are we just going to ignore the guitar solo in the middle of the song? I mean, come on. A lot of people say Jimmy Page is a sloppy guitar player, and although he, his brain probably moves faster than his fingers do, but I mean, come on, who the hell cares? Like this is
It's Jimmy Page. Dude.
It's an amazing
Come on.
guitar solo. And then I love how after the guitar solo, he comes in with the riff, and then he keeps soloing over it. I think that's awesome. They do kind of what they did in A Whole Lot of Love, where they end it, and then go right back into the verse.
Yeah.
This is a great one. You say people cover, not many people can cover Led Zeppelin, and not to toot our own horn, but
I think we did pretty good.
this song, there's a video of this on YouTube of us doing it. I won't lie, dude. We killed this.
Yeah.
We killed
I mean, this
this.
is just this is such a good song to just sit back and just,
Yeah,
it's like from a drummer's perspective, and this is not any shade on John Bonham. If anything, I think it's a compliment. I think it's pretty easy to play this song. It's hard to again. I think that's tells you how good of a drummer John Bonham really was. Is because it's just boom, ba, boom. It's just nasty the entire time. So you just sit back and let everybody else do the work.
I love how the riff, how they keep changing the key of the riff, especially building into the solo where it's just the solo, how they keep climbing up too. That's really clever. And
And real quick, the live version of Heartbreaker has an all-time John Bonham fill. And it doesn't really matter which version you hear because he does it in every single one.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great John fill.
He comes back on one. Oh, baby boy. Come on now.
CPH, what do you think
Yeah,
about
this song's
Heartbreaker?
this
As someone
song's-
who has been described as a heartbreaker.
Okay. This song fucking rocks, dude.
Yeah,
The
dude.
riff is so aggressive. I just love the whole sound of everything with this song. With the album thus far, I'm not gonna spoil anything else, but it sounds so I don't know, it sounds so well put together, which is weird because when I was reading up on it, they recorded this basically while they were on tour, throughout different studios, the UK and the US, and it's just I don't understand how they were recording in all these different places, never had a full set time. It was just if they had a couple hours, they'd find a studio nearby, and it's so perfect. It's
Because Eddie
genuinely
Kramer's the
perfect.
man. That's
Yeah.
why. He's one of the all-time greatest rock and roll producers. I mean, if you look, when we're done this, look up his Wikipedia and look at all the credits he has. It's crazy. Even though he started off as kind of like an engineer for a lot of people, and then he started producing, and he's really good. A lot of good interviews with him online too, just talking about
Is he
stuff.
still alive?
Yeah.
He's probably rich now. I can tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, and he seems like such a chill bloke too. But also, I mean, Jimmy Page is a really good producer too. I think one of the reasons John Bonham is so acclaimed is not just because of his drumming, it's because of the sound of the drums. I don't know, dude. They just sound so huge.
I mean,
Yeah, I was about to say they sound loud, but you don't even have to have it loud.
Yeah,
well, from what everybody who has heard him not in an arena has said it's like it feels like you get like punched in the gut.
It's
when you play
probably-
his bass drum.
You know,
Like he was fucking loud.
as
dude.
having
That's
my
awesome.
own experience with recording drums and being in the studios, I bet you it's the room mics are probably pretty loud, I would imagine. Because like every
Yeah.
time, you know, I've like, and not that I'm like a producer or anything, but just from messing around, like every time I turn the room mics up, you kind of get that natural like.
Well, the drums are naturally just fucking loud, so
And they found a way to capture that.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if you listen to like Hard Days and Nights by the Beatles, I mean, the drums go crazy in that song, but it doesn't sound like.
No.
Or even if you listen to like, you know, early, you know, 60s, late 50s, like jazz recordings where you had these guys who were like probably some of the best drummers ever. You don't hear the kick drum at all.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're playing like insane stuff that you just aren't really hearing it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It seems like it almost sounds like you're in the studio.
Yeah, it does. It's a
Which is
really
crazy.
raw album,
Yeah.
but it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And then it goes right into Livin', Lovin', Made.
You know,
Hey,
this
man.
song's written about a groupie.
Yeah,
That's
I actually
kinda
did
funny.
know this one. Because when we were doing the
Never played live.
Lee Zeppelin stuff, I was learning all the lyrics, and sometimes if I'm covering songs, I like to try and figure out or look up what the song's about, so you can like kind of like put yourself in the like
Yeah.
method acting, you know,
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
yourself in the mindset and kind of get the vibe. And I did think that was kind of funny about this song,
Yeah.
and you could tell that they were just incredible. At least, well, I guess Robert Plant wrote the lyrics. You could tell this person was incredibly annoying.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this song's awesome. I
this
like
song-
this song a lot.
Yeah, this song was really, really cool. I think the solo, this may be my favorite solo on the album. I like where at the end where he's like, "Dun, bang, 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 bang," and then
Yeah.
Robert Plant's vocals come back in. He's like,
What's the guitar in this one? I can't think of how the riff goes.
One of the
yeah.
best Jimmy Page riffs ever. I love the
I
way
like
he's.
the
I love the way he's doubling the guitars. He's got one side, he's got the 6-string electric, then he's got the 12-string electric on the other side. And the structure of this one is so bizarre. I remember when we were
It is
learning
weird,
it,
yeah.
we were like, huh? You
Yeah.
have to really like think about it, but
Yeah.
it's so good. I mean,
Hey man.
I love how short and to the point this song is. I'm of the opinion that the Heartbreaker and Livin' Lovin' Made should always be back to back.
I agree. No, I agree. I think it's just a little weird that like
Yeah.
those are the two that like are
I think
like
it's maybe
most
because they're in the
famous,
same key without people realizing it.
and it is very easy to go, Heartbreaker, hot. Man, that is kind of easy to do.
I'll link the Lee Zeppelin YouTube videos in the description of this. But
Oh yeah, you should. Hey, and I'll also say maybe my favorite lyric, maybe of any Led Zeppelin song is "Alimony, alimony, paying your bills."
Yeah.
I
And by
love
the
that.
way,
I love that.
Listen to this album. I want to do Lee Zeppelin again this year.
I would like to.
Yeah, I
That
would
was
do
fun.
it again.
That was a lot of fun.
I'll go this time.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, this is a great song. It is a great solo. Our good friend Michael Krause played the solo on this one. We did it live, and
Oh yeah, he did.
he is such a sweetheart, and he did such a good job.
He did.
Yeah.
He's friend of the channel. Friend of the channel.
And he also did the slide guitar too, where they're going wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we tried to get it as close to the studio recording as possible.
I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, and I kind of like doing that with Led Zeppelin stuff because the live stuff is so like off the cuff and
Yeah.
would be very
bombastic.
hard to do. But
Yeah.
What, like trying to play their live stuff?
yeah,
And also, I think the essence of their live stuff is just jamming anyway. So,
yeah,
like, I think like if you're gonna replicate a jam, I'm not. I don't want. I'm just calling them a jam band. They're not really a jam band, but you know what I mean.
I'm gonna say they're way too good to be a jam.
Yeah.
Also, Liam, that 30-minute Dazed and Confused on Song Remains Name, that fucking rocks, dude. I love
Yeah.
it. Like the whole thing, the violin and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a
What's
great
next?
Well,
Ramble On.
CPH, what do you think about this?
Oh,
song?
I'm sorry.
This song rocks, dude.
My
I
bad.
love this song.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as everything else. It just sounds so nice. It sounds so well put together. The riff is fucking awesome. It is a good transition from Heartbreaker. These two back to back is
Yeah,
quite nice. I want to buy this album.
I have it on vinyl.
I have it on vinyl as well.
Dude, let me buy it off you.
All right. $400,000.
Alright.
That's his asking price.
But yeah, this song fucks. This whole album fucks.
Okay, yeah, Ramble
Ramble
On.
On.
Next, right?
This is probably my favorite song. Not even probably. I'd say probably too much. This is my favorite song on the album. I love this song. I always have. I like that it's a little more like, relaxed a little bit. I don't know what they're hitting to make that sound in the beginning. The sounds almost like a paint bucket or something. Not at all like a paint bucket, actually. I don't know why I said that. It sounds it's like something more padded than that. But yeah,
Maybe like a padded paint bucket.
maybe, yeah, maybe.
Like it's spilled, so then the top layer is paint.
Yeah, that
Something
could be
like
it. But yeah, the acoustic guitar is so pretty here. The intro is so beautiful, and then of course John Paul Jones with an all-time.
Maybe
All
his best
time.
bass song.
I think you could make a
Yeah.
pretty good argument for it being his best bass song. All-time bass line coming in, and then Robert Plant with his like this is also a really good Robert Plant song too, because the verse he's very like held back and like easy and light going, but then the chorus comes in and he just fucking punches it, man.
Yeah.
He just fucking punches it, man. This is like a really good example of like quiet loud. I think Nirvana kind of took that formula and ran with it. They did way more quiet and loud than this was, but like
Also, great song concept. Rambling on.
Hey, we all been there, brother.
Yeah.
It got this has everything that you want in Led Zeppelin song. It's got Lord of the Rings references. I got a lot of Lord of the Rings references.
Yeah.
What does it say?
In the darkest depths of Mordor.
Yeah. It starts by Gollum.
Yeah, and like like I usually am not a fan. I usually am not a fan of fading songs out. But I think it worked here.
Yeah.
Can you shut the fuck up?
No.
Sorry, but yeah, I'm usually not a fan of fading songs out, but I think it worked here.
Yeah,
Fading songs
this
out.
is a classic song. It's not one of my go-to Led Zeppelin songs, but I still love it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a great one. I love Jimmy Page. I'll just kind of try and say things Jack didn't say, because I mean, I agree with everything he said. All-time bass song. The drums are
Real quick.
great. Go ahead.
all time summertime driving song. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I can see
Agreed.
that.
This is in my summertime playlist. It's the
Yeah.
only Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin song that's in my summertime playlist.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Actually, that's probably.
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Jimmy Page on this song. I love his layering of the guitar, the electric guitar. He does so many cool little things, little sections. Like what I said earlier, he just always knows what to do and make it memorable. Yeah, the fade out doesn't bother me on this one. I don't necessarily mind a fade out. It is annoying when you're trying to learn the songs.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
But other than that, I don't mind them so much. This is just a classic, probably one of the most catchiest Led Zeppelin songs. I think it's probably one of the most beloved Led Zeppelin songs because of that. Whereas, some of us, rockers, we're more like, yeah, give me Achilles' Last Stand, and
Yeah.
In My Time of Dying. But then, like, the more normie, not rocker crowd is like, hey, come on.
Yeah.
And it is a great song. I do love how much Robert Plant clearly just really enjoys Lord of the Rings. You can actually find on YouTube, there's a video. Brian Johnson, the singer of AC/DC, has his own like AXS TV show where he like travels the world and like meets up with other rock stars and like talks shop. And then he has one where he's meeting up with Robert Plant, and Robert Plant, they're all like old as hell.
Yeah,
and he
this
shows
was like
up,
not long ago.
and he like shows up in his Lord of the Gandalf outfit. And he's like, oh, hello. Yeah.
I've never seen
And
that.
then
It's
Brian
really funny.
Johnson, of course, has his like
Got
Brian
a
Johnson.
Scottish like hat.
Yeah,
on.
he looks like
I hate those hats.
he looks like
So
the
dumb.
bully sidekick in Christmas Story.
Oh yeah, he does. He really does.
Yeah, and he's short like him too. But
Yeah.
no, this is a great song. Now Jack, take it away, Moby Dick. You're the
Wait.
drummer.
Off topic.
Oh wait, sorry.
I was gonna say off topic. Have you ever seen the video of Brian Johnson getting asked like where they came up with AC/DC, the name, and he's like, found it on the back of my sister's sewing machine.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
the reporter was like, some people think that it could
Antichrist
be
devil something.
Antichrist Devil's Child. He goes, it's on the back. It's on the back.
It
of my
means
sister's sewing
power.
machine."
Yeah, was
It
it
means
Angus?
It's on-
was
it's
it
on
Angus
every
Young or
electric-
Brian Johnson?
I think it was.
I think
Wait,
it was Angus Young.
It
I'm
was
pretty
Angus
sure.
Young and
But there's
then
somebody
who's
else
the
sitting
guitar
next to him. Angus Young is a guitar player.
and then
Malcolm Young's brother is a rhythm.
so who would have been the singer?
At that
Brian
time, probably
Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
Yeah, it was those.
I mean, it was kind of old. Maybe it was Bon Scott.
I think it was Brian Johnson.
It was Brian Johnson. He
Is it the guy that
And he
had the
goes-
hat? Did he have a hat on?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Brian
and
Johnson,
he's
yeah.
the one that he just goes, it means power.
It means power.
That is, dude. AC/DC do. We glazed the hell out of them already, but
Yeah.
they do seem like the chillest band.
yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
they play in a garage?
I mean, probably most bands started out in the garage.
I don't know why. I feel like I remember that Liam was really into AC/DC way back in the day.
Oh
And I
yeah.
remember him saying it.
Well, I
don't
think
know why that popped
that's
up in
why
my
he
head.
wore the schoolboy outfit. Is he was the youngest, and he would have to run from school to go to practice in Australia, which is just crazy to think.
Yeah.
That is kind of funny. Also, another tidbit: love the album cover of this album.
Yeah, it's a good album.
It is a good. Yeah,
I
haven't.
didn't-
you
Don't
got
really
it-
know what it is.
It's
but-
Yeah, I don't either.
I can tell you what it is. It's a picture of the the Red Baron from World War One.
Sure.
It's like that crew of pilots.
But if
they-
you look, their faces
Yeah,
are on
so
them.
they
Yeah,
put
it's
their
really
four
weird.
faces on it, and then they put like mustaches, sunglasses on the
Yeah.
like World War One veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that is
funny.
funny.
And they also on their first album got in a lot of trouble because it's like the Lindenbaum. What's it called? Yeah, it's like the famous picture of
The blimp.
the blimp burning down, and the father, I mean the daughter of the person who made that blimp, saw it and was like, "Fuck this band!" Like was so mad. It was really
By the way,
funny.
speaking of that, Colin, interesting tidbit about that. Do you know where that was?
No.
God.
Somewhere in Europe.
No, it was in New Jersey actually. It
Oh,
was
for real?
it was one of the like when we're driving to Long Beach Island and there's the circle. I forget the name of the town. It starts with a H, but that's where
Which
that
circle?
happened.
The 70 or the 72 one?
I think probably the second one.
The second one, the
72 one.
exits are You come from like Cherry Hill area. I don't remember.
Look it up real quick. I think that's
Do
where
you know
it
what
happened.
the blimp is called?
I think the Lindenbaum or Linder.
Yeah,
like,
look up.
Linderbaum.
I hope I'm not wrong. about this. I think-
Hindenburg.
Hindenburg blimp disaster. Let's see. Dude, I don't know if it was the Hindenburg one. I mean, unless it crashed in
I'm pretty sure that is Hindenburg.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe I'm wrong.
Nope, Lakehurst Naval Air
Yeah.
Station in Lakehurst, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's what
Wow.
it is. That's where it
I
is.
did not-
Yeah,
I
but
thought it
So
was
I guess it
you
was.
see that exit when you're driving. To
Yeah,
the
I guess it was
mountains.
fucking around in Europe for a while. Came to Jersey and was just like, ugh.
And then everyone was like, "Oh, what the hell's going on here?" But
It was in 1937. I don't know if they were talking like that yet.
they're like, you say? What's going on here?
you can hear the radio because that happened live and some guy was covering on radio. You can hear him be like, "Oh."
He's like, "What the hell's happening here, bro?" But Moby Dick, Jack, well, you're the drum guy.
I am the drum
This is
guy.
the Jack Jump song right here.
Real quick, I just want to say before you say anything, I was listening to this album the other day with my buddy in the gym because I'm trying to get him to start listening to better music. And when this song played, his when the drum solo ends and it all picks up at the same time, his eyes lit up. I was like, this is fucking awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay, Moby Dick. I get if you want to skip this song. This is like a skippable song to me. I get it. I think you should have to listen to it at least once because I think we can appreciate what it is. But my dad, he was I think 6 when this album came out.
Maybe 7.
I don't know, and so I was gonna say 6 or 7, but I didn't want to say
He
it.
stopped himself.
I stopped myself. So he was either one of those two ages when this album came out. So he was a kid for sure, but he kind of had a little bit of an idea what was going on in the world. And he was like, well, when John Bonham and Led Zeppelin came out, you just it literally changed the way you look at the drums as an instrument. People did not think that this was possible on the drums.
Yeah.
So I think if you heard it when it came out, John Bonham immediately was number 1 on everybody's list. It is every Instagram drummer that you could hear mixed with fucking Mike Portnoy today. That's the impact that it had.
I think that if you skip this song, you shouldn't be allowed to listen to the album.
I agree.
I maybe I'm just trying to be unbiased because I am a drummer and
I'm not,
I
and
like it.
dude, the drum solo just fucks so hard, and after it picks back up when he keeps going it's so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Isn't he hitting the first part? Isn't he hitting it with his hands? too?
Well, so
Yeah,
he starts.
it said that he's playing something
Yeah, he
with his
played.
hands.
He would
what?
play with his hands.
and he had a
That's
crazy
crazy.
mustache.
I didn't even know
He
that.
had a great mustache.
But yeah, no, I think it is really cool that they had the intro with the other instruments in them. And I will say, we used to do this song. I mean, we did this album live, so we used to do this song live, and I would get my fucking flowers when I don't know why people thought it was so hard to come back in when I would stop. Look at everybody, look at the band, be like, all right, basically be like, all right, I'm ready, and then do it, and then play the drum fill again, and then everybody would come in, and people would just go fucking nuts, and I'm like, It's really not that hard. Like
it sounds so
it
nice,
sounds
though.
so
It
sick though.
sounds so
But again, I
nice.
think that's kind of how they were like geniuses at their craft is because, I mean, Liam, correct me if I'm wrong, that shit is pretty easy to play, but it sounds so fucking sick.
Yeah, it's not hard to do, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah. Do I think this is the best drum solo of all time? Recorded in like recorded studio, probably. Yeah, I would probably put it as the best of all time.
I've never heard it live. I'd like to.
Well, I mean, it's like 25 minutes live, so
That's
like,
all right.
yeah. So like, John, like he would go fucking insane.
Yeah, the live version is so
the live
Do you
version
think
is
you could do
crazy.
a drum solo for 25 minutes?
I would be tired. I probably, yeah, but I'm nowhere as near as good as him. Let me point that
To be
out.
fair, I mean, there are slower parts in it.
Yeah,
Like he slows down.
Like
but
he does slow down and he really utilizes fucking everything.
That's
like,
what I
like,
love about
he,
it so much.
He takes the snares off on the snare drum and then that part he goes. He's playing with his hands.
Yeah.
Too. And I've also let me say this. I've done that. It fucking hurts, bro.
I bet.
Like it fucking hurts. So I guess he's just tougher than I am. But yeah, no. At the end of the day, this is probably. I think you can make an argument this is the most important drum song maybe ever, because, like you said, I mean, it turned people, like people who have never played the drums. It made them realize, oh shit,
Yeah.
like the drums can be sick, and that's kind of I think what John Bonham did, kind of as a whole with the drums. So John Bonham pretty much undeniably is the most important drummer ever, I think. And this is maybe one of the most important drum songs ever.
Also, still a rockin' ass guitar riff.
It is a good riff,
I was
yeah.
actually going to say that when this one came on, I was like, ready, all right, got ready for the drum solo. But then, and obviously I've heard the drum solo a million times, but as someone, I love, watching and listening to drum solos, but like, whenever you put a live album on, it's like, drum solo, you're like,
Yeah.
But no, this one is really good. I think it's just because it's very memorable and repetitive. There's a lot of parts. It's not just him showing off his chops, really. It was wise of him to make it kind of have a tune almost to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was going to say that too. It's like that's only half the story of the song. I mean, the guitar riff is, and the whole band part is awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of the best guitar riffs ever, Moby Dick.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Moby Dick. Anybody else got anything to say about it?
No.
Shout out JB.
JB.
Oh, wait.
I'll
have something to say, but you go first, man.
I don't know why, but in the live version, the video of Robert Plant introducing him is fucking etched in my mind, where he says his full name.
On the drums,
John Henry Bonham.
Yeah.
Moby Dick.
I've never heard.
he talks
Yeah.
like this guy.
He has like a whimsical voice.
He has a whimsical
He does have a
voice.
whimsical
That's
voice.
funny. I would
He's
not
very
think that with how he
elfish.
sings.
You should listen to how John Anderson from Yes talks.
Oh my! It's
Really?
literally
Is he the
exactly.
singer?
It is exactly
Is
how
he
you
the
fuck.
singer of Yes?
Yeah.
Huh.
If you've heard him sing, you've heard him talk. Essentially, it sounds exactly the same.
Really?
It was just
Yeah,
so
yeah.
funny.
That
It's
is
so
funny.
funny.
I have the.
Seems
I,
like a chill bloke
I have
too.
Fragile
Yeah.
on vinyl. Grandma gave it to me.
Fragile's a great album, but
Didn't know that was Roundabout, and then I put it on. and was like, yo.
I do have something to say about this. Is Taylor Swift could never have a drum solo.
Yeah,
like
Taylor-
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, she tries too. That's the annoying thing.
Does she?
Yes. Oh my god. If you've ever seen her tour, she's like, "All right, I'm gonna get on the drums now."
Wait,
And then
she gets on the drums.
she gets on the drums and plays Moby Dick. It's fucking insane.
Wait,
Yes, they
I
play
thought you
Moby
were
Dick.
just saying she tries to get
No,
on the
they
drums.
play
and play.
Moby Dick and it sucks.
What the fuck?
But of course, her fans are like, "Oh my god, it's so
That's a
good."
disgrace to
It
Led
is a
Zeppelin.
disgrace to
Oh
Led
my
Zeppelin. You're
god.
right.
Yeah, that's a disgrace to rock
I'm not
and roll.
even
Yeah, I mean, how
a
does
huge
she
Taylor
even
Swift
think-
hater. That's just crazy. You're
Yeah,
not
it's
going to be able to
insane.
do that.
She's
Like,
not gonna
what
be able
the
to do
fuck?
it. Yeah.
That's why,
it's
and her
insane.
fans are like, "Oh my god,
Her
she's
fans
the
like-
best drummer ever."
Her fans literally take videos of her doing that next to John Bonham and try and say it's better. It's fucking insane.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway, Bring It On Home is a great way to close the album. They're bringing it on home here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go first, I suppose. There's not a lot to the song, really, but it is still a great song. I mean, another, like, legendary all-time guitar riff.
I was
Drums
about
are
to say,
amazing.
I love the riff.
I love how Robert Plant is really getting in touch with the blues at the beginning of this one. He's a really good harmonica player.
Dude, he's
too.
really
He is a
bringing
good
it home
harmonica
with this
player.
song.
Yeah,
I'll be
he's
honest.
bringing it on home. Great way to end the song, too.
I think
Love
great
the
way to
blues
end
and
an
everything.
album.
Yeah. I like how this one is short and to the point. Rock your socks off,
Bring it
obviously.
on home.
And I like the old blues lyrics. This is one of their most like tried and true, like true to the blues moments.
Yeah, I
Although
was gonna
it's
say.
updated to like be a rock song, but
This one is like kind of like a rendition of another song. I wanted to listen to the original, but I never got
it's
a
probably
chance.
hard to find nowadays.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like their, I guess, rendition of it, but I don't think that discredits it in the slightest. I think it's fucking rocks.
Yeah,
I think anybody who tries to discredit Led Zeppelin more than they should be for just being covered, like, oh, they're just a cover band, blah blah blah. I would say listen to this song, and it's literally the entire, like, you cannot fucking tell me that they're just like copying like other people. Like yeah, okay, maybe they stole some lyrics, which is like, I will also go out on a limb here and say, if they stole it and didn't give credit, that's fucked up. You should at least give credit to the original artist for writing it. But they like literally this song is what they did. It starts out with blues, like old like blues and a harmonica, and then it just becomes something. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it 10 times fucking better. Like so much like insane. Like when with the fucking guitar riff coming in and then the entire band, like this song is fucking insane. So I think like this, like, yeah, sure, they probably should have given credit. It's a little bit fucked up that they didn't. A, they've done way more fucked up shit, so I don't even know why you're trying to fucking focus on that. And B, and B, it's like it. I don't really know, like. It doesn't really fucking matter, dude. They made such a better sound out of it. So and I think honestly this song is pretty much all of that in one. So I think this is a really good way to end the album. I really like this song
I
a lot.
completely agree with the whole people trying to say that they're a cover band. Sorry, scratch that. I do not agree with that at all. I agree with what you were saying
Yes.
in reference to people saying
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
It's even if they were stealing lyrics, I feel like I could be wrong on this. I feel like they were probably one of the first bands to be heavily influenced, I guess, by like another like genre like that.
And I mean, a lot of the bands back then took the American blues.
Well, the Rolling Stones were the original
Yeah,
ones.
the Rolling Stones
to,
were the first
like,
ones to really do it.
incorporate blues like that
Uh-huh.
into rock music. Like they were, like I think the Rolling Stones and also the Yardbirds were around the same
I
time.
didn't
Which
know the Yardbirds were that
Jimmy
old.
Page was in the
Yeah.
I
Yardbirds.
didn't
Like
know that.
Jimmy Page was in the Yardbirds
after
before
they
Led Zeppelin.
after he wasn't like an originator.
He was
but
in the
wound
New
up in them.
Yardbirds.
Okay.
And by the way, they had like the most stacked guitar roster of all time.
It's unbelievable.
It's insane. They started off with Eric Clapton, who he left because he was a blues purist, and they started making poppy songs. And he said, "Oh, I'm out of here, mate."
Yeah.
And then Jeff Beck joined. Right, Jeff Beck, you can
What's he
make
from?
cases like the best, one of the most accomplished guitarists ever. And then Jimmy Page joined with him, and they were a guitar duo. And then it just ended up Jimmy Page was the only guitarist, and he slowly morphed it into Led Zeppelin.
Kind of like the Yardbirds coaching tree.
Yeah, the Yardbirds guitar tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but no,
interesting.
Jeff Beck is he's most famous for just being Jeff Beck. He did
That's
a
what I
lot of
thought.
instrumental music, but if you should seriously check out his guitar playing because he is probably the most expressive guitarist I've ever heard. It's a little more niche than Jimmy Page or Eric Clapton,
Yeah.
but check out Jeff Beck. He's amazing. And actually, there's a killer version of Immigrant Song there's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame DVD, and they had like Stevie Wonder, U2, Metallica, Bruce Springsteen. Who else? I think Crosby, Stills and Nash. Like they all played this concert together.
Yeah.
Like and Jeff Beck was also on there. So everybody had guests come up, but he had Jimmy Page come up with him. And guys, they do an old Jeff Beck song that Jimmy Page played rhythm guitar on, and then they go into the Immigrant Song,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
Jeff Beck starts doing it on guitar. Maybe like one of the sickest versions of the song I've ever
Huh.
heard. It is amazing. Yeah.
So you said the Rolling Stones had that blues influence too. Were they crediting who they were influenced by?
Yeah, no, I was going to say that. I think that most people who say this are Led Zeppelin haters for some reason, and I don't think it was malicious intent. I think it was probably more like they were just naive.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
That's
that.
why
do
I
it
brought
back
that
then,
up. I
yeah.
mean, they're so early to this. How would they have
And
thought?
also like 19 years old.
Yeah,
And it's like 20.
Yeah, and
when they
also
started,
like it's probably the record label's fault more than anything. And also
Yeah.
like it's really their first two albums that they're doing a lot of these blues things. I mean, there's parts of it throughout their career, but like they started doing like way more like writing their
I'll
own
tell you
stuff.
what, I
out of
love
that.
all the blues lyrics.
Yeah,
not
I think
like
it's cool.
not like stolen lyrics, but just when he starts singing in that blues tone,
Yeah,
like
no.
on the Lemon song. It's just
Yeah.
He's wailing, man.
Well, that's the album.
And they say white man can't have the blues.
Well, yeah, white man can't have the blues, but they can certainly copy it. They
Yeah.
can copy it well. Yeah, I mean,
It's Led Zeppelin 2.
Led
bro.
Zeppelin 2.
Like,
What's
come on.
I guess what's your favorite and least favorite songs?
I genuinely don't. Dude, I
don't wanna
love this
say I have
whole
a
album.
least
I
favorite
don't have a
song.
favorite or least favorite. Every time I listen to
You
it,
have to pick.
dude, I'm telling
you
you,
have to
I
pick,
don't.
or else you lose all your toes.
I'm
Let's
gonna
say
lose my
that.
toes. I can't. There's not a song that I dislike anything about on this album, but there's also not one. I mean, it's like there's certain parts of each song that I like. Of course, like the drum solo in Moby Dick is awesome, or just some of the riffs, like Heartbreaker, it's awesome. But I don't know. The album is, in my opinion, spoiler alert. I think this album is so perfect that nothing is like ahead of each other.
I think I think it's not that I have a favorite or least favorite, just like at a given time, what my favorite and least favorite are. I'd say my favorite is probably Heartbreaker. I just love how hard that song
Yeah.
rocks.
Mhm.
And least favorite would probably be Thank You, just because it's the one that rocks the least.
Yeah,
I would say my favorite is Ramble On.
kind of a sissy choice.
It is a little bit of a sissy choice. But I don't know if I want to say it's my least favorite, but I will say again, I think the most skippable song is probably Moby Dick.
And I was prepared to say Moby Dick was my least favorite, but
It's hard. It's a drum solo. So
yeah.
it's hard.
I just love
it's
that
hard.
riff too,
Me
man.
too.
I just love that riff. It can't be my least favorite.
I'll say my most listened to off this album is probably Ramble On. So if you want to say that would be my favorite based off it's the fact that I've heard it the most, but just everything on this album is so good. Like and hearing it again, I've rediscovered some songs. Like I don't know the last time I heard What Is and Should Never Be, but that song's so fucking
Is there
good.
anything
Sounds
that
good.
you could nitpick and I don't want to say you don't like about this album?
Literally no.
I think he's got a 10 out of 10 album on his hands, brother.
The only thing I'll say this. So this I think was my third favorite Led Zeppelin album. It was my favorite for a while. I do think this is by far their most straightforward album.
Mhm.
But I think
Apparently
that
this
works
is
to
their
its.
rockinest. Their hardest album.
I think they rock harder at other points in their career, but like as
On
far as
average.
straight ahead, it's definitely their most straight ahead, and I think that's what makes this album great. The first album has, it's an incredible album too, but it is way more like a little bit more psychedelic, I guess you could say. It's
Oh, for
definitely more
sure.
blues influence,
Yeah.
a lot more jamming. But this one, I think they really honed in and said, okay, this is who we are as a band.
It's like a perfect ratio.
It's yeah, I think that's what makes this album so great. You don't like. I think the reason I had two others, so I do like when they started to get a little more experimental too, which I don't think you really get a ton on this album. Like you get on a whole lot of
Where
love.
would you say that starts to get picked up?
Like the next album and
Led Zeppelin
onward,
3?
like
Led Zeppelin 3 is very experimental.
Yeah, but Led Zeppelin 4 also is very like experimental too.
Led Zeppelin 4, I think, is
Graffiti.
kind of a nice like culmination of
What's
everything.
the album,
Yeah,
the blue one, with the Oh, it's not actually blue. I don't know what.
Probably-
Like Dire Makers on. That's
Oh, House of the Holy. That one is probably one of the more experimental ones.
I
would
like
say.
that one.
Yeah, I mean, I have full transparency. I like all.
I don't think there's a bad Led Zeppelin.
I don't think there's a bad Led Zeppelin album, even if you include Coda in there.
I like Coda.
Which I did.
My favorite Led Zeppelin song is on
what
Coda.
can I do?
Hey,
Yeah.
what can I
Coda
say?
is so
Great
great
song.
too. I mean, it's got great moments.
I think that's my mom's favorite Led Zeppelin song.
That's a great choice, Miss Aaron. That's a great choice.
Now, I guess we can give it final scores. I'll go first. It's pretty easily a 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, I would give it a 12 out of 10 if I could. This is one of my favorite albums ever.
I completely agree. It's definitely a 10 out of 10 album for me. I think it sounds so perfect. It's also, I like shorter albums, not in length, but in songs.
It's the perfect length of an album to me.
Yeah,
one.
it's about like 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like longer songs, a lot of songs that come out now are not as long, but it's like they just rock so hard. It all, the highs and the lows or the slow parts, everything is just so perfect.
Yeah.
When we ranked all the Led Zeppelin albums, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. But I've matured a lot. I've gotten closer with the Lord, Jesus Christ.
I feel like this would bring you further.
And
Rockin'.
I have to say, I said it about Highway to Hell. I said about In Rainbows. If this isn't a 10 out of 10, I don't really know what is.
I don't know
like
what is.
this is, it is like such a good album. I think the only problem I have with it, I was debating if I wanted to give it like a 9.5 or a 9. But then I was like, bro, fuck you.
What's
Shut
the
up.
problem you have?
The only little problems I have is like I don't love Whole Lot of Love as much as everybody else does.
Okay.
But I still think it's a great song. But then like I think every other song is placed perfectly. I don't think anybody ever necessarily said that. The set list and the way that the songs were oriented on this album is fucking perfect. And so I just kind of thought about it, I was like, this is a 10 out of 10. Like, you're not going to get much better than this as far as an album goes. And literally every fucking facet, too. Like, even, like, cultural impact, like I was saying earlier. Like, this was probably their most popular album other than 4.
I think it went platinum 12 times or something.
Yeah, like, that's fucking insane. So, yeah, I have to give it... That's our first unanimous 10s, I think.
They were British, right?
They were British.
I don't know why, but they never released any singles in the UK, and Whole Lot of Love was released as a single in the US and some other countries, and it went like number 1. It was their first song to go number 1.
I think they just wanted people to listen to the albums. They were like an album band. And I'll say this: I've probably heard this album like close to 100 times. It's still just. I mean, I'm not saying I put it on all the time anymore because of how much I've heard it, but it's still like I listened to this like probably, honestly, not even just saying it, 6 or 7 times recently, but it just doesn't get old to me. Like, it's still a great listen. I still, and even though I know everything that is about to happen, there's no surprises on this album for me at all. I know every note. It's still such an enjoyable listen.
Makes you make a stank face when you're listening to this album.
Yeah. Now, do you think? I mean, I think as far as if this is warranted as being one of the best albums ever, I don't think it's underrated. I don't really think it's possible it can be. I think it's properly one of the best albums ever made.
Yeah.
I think it's properly rated.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
have a question about our list.
Too.
Is number 1 on the list like the best album, or is it just 300 of the greatest?
I think
albums
it's just some sort of a list, but I don't take. I know it's a list.
I know.
No, I guess it is in order, but.
I mean,
I'm curious where this would rank.
Probably.
I think a lot of people would put this like top 20.
Yeah. And by the way, Colin, we're completely making that up. Taylor Swift does not do a
Taylor Swift doesn't do a movie.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But
Did
yeah,
you guys plan that before?
Nope.
No, we do try and mention Taylor Swift in every episode. Though.
Yeah.
I think there's been a couple that we haven't, but
I was gonna say, dude, I think she like hops on the piano sometimes. Drums is crazy.
She plays guitar. Too.
What does she think? She's Billy Joel? She could never play Madison Square Garden as a residency every single year.
And just to be clear, we're not making fun of Taylor Swift. We're making fun of Taylor Swift haters.
Yeah. Of course, we're making fun of the haters. But
wait. We're making fun of Taylor Swift haters?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Anyway.
Led Zeppelin. They're a great band. They're probably my favorite band ever.
Again, I think they're the best rock band of all time.
Tied as my favorite artists.
You guys really got me. Damn.
Yeah, we did. It was awesome to see. You're freaking out over
that.
that.
Because that's outrageous.
Yeah,
that would be outrageous. To be fair, that would be outrageous.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, dude,
if she could do it, I'd be like, all right, that's impressive.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but
yeah, I'm not going to give you any props for it. But, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a fun one to listen to. Kind of glad we got it out of the way, just because I've heard it so much.
Yeah.
It's sometimes more fun to hear stuff you've never heard all the way through before, but still, I'll take it. Anytime I got to listen, every time I go back to Led Zeppelin, it's
like, oh yeah,
I like them more every time. Yeah. I like them more every time I listen to them. Next album is our first venture into some sort of R&B. It's The Temptations.
I like Temptations a lot.
The album is called The Temptations. Sing Smokey. Smokey Robinson. Another R&B legend. Friend of the channel.
And The Temptations are too.
Yeah, and The Temptations are too. So I'm excited for that one. I've said this before, but like my 2 favorite styles of music are like hard rock and then also like old like soul music.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of
I know you
R&B
like that
lately.
stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, but Jack is the wild card here. Maybe Jack hates it.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Maybe Jack hates it. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We got a lot more to do here.
Like you just won.
Tune in next week for The Temptations. Maybe we'll dress like The Temptations too in suits.
What do they dress like?
Probably just all nice, spick and span like they all used to.